Hello, hello. Wait, I even got music. It's across the room, but I hope you can hear it. All right, Alexa, stop. All right, we have automated music. All right, guys, so let's get let's. Steve is not here tonight. Steve is ill, so I think it has something to do with him sitting through an electrolysis show. Just my personal opinion. But anyway,
He could have given us his expertise if he wanted to.
it could have. It could have.
We'd have listened to him.
I sent him the link anyway, just in case he's feeling up to it and pops in. But since we've introduced the hurricane a few months back, I've been getting pounded with when we're going to do an electrolysis show. I put the TikTok videos up, and people are asking about an electrolysis show, a walkthrough, and so we're going to do one. This is the setup here tonight. Let's see if I can do this without. That's the setup here tonight, and that ugly box is going to be given away at the end of the night. So nice. That is a matter of fact, it's talk about brand new. I built that today. So that one will work on our coin, and we will. Okay, now I'm already screwing up here. What the heck did I do? Okay, there we go. And so that's the one we're going to give away tonight. So I got the crew in here. I've got Herbie and Marla Lee. I've got Michael Halbrick. I've got Eli. I almost said Eli Manning, but that's another team I don't want to call. Right. Got Eli Langford, and these are my go-to guys. And Mike is special because Mike just got a Washington inaugural button, and if you don't know, they don't come cheaply, and they don't come easily in the ground. But Mike is cooking that sucker in an ugly box. Mike got a brand new ugly box, so I'm gonna talk to Mike about his nerves and then losing sleep at night over it. Why can't I get rid of my? There we go. There we go. And Eli and Herb, they're old hat at this, man. These guys both have like chapters in the new book with pictures because they just do outstanding job. So it's good because especially when I'm talking about electrolysis, sometimes I lose track of what questions, people that haven't been doing it for 38 years, what they want to know. Please hit up the chat, guys. I'm going to be checking the chat as often. Don't worry, I'm using a remote camera, so nothing could possibly go wrong. Other than I guarantee we'll crash the camera at least once or twice tonight. Michael Baumhoff, Cowboy, right in with the Cowboys. Yes, okay. The Eagles were generous enough to allow the Cowboys to win the other night because that's the kind of people that city of brotherly love and all that. Allow the Cowboys to win the other night.
Sorry.
As I got Texas people up in the corner here. All right, guys. So
go Cowboys! Yeah.
I want to get started with the cook because a lot of guys when they want to show electrolysis and they want to do it live, the go-to is always silver, guys. So let me just preface this by saying we're not doing silver. Silver's easy. I have people that they would rather practice on a large cent than on a silver merc. Silver's easy. Silver's the go-to when you want to do a quick shot. We're going to do copper now. I had to do copper. That's kind of going to be in our time frame. So I dug this. I don't even know how long ago I dug this. This is a farm field. Where's my camera? Farm field Indian head.
Nice.
And it's pretty crusty. So that's going to be our victim tonight. And I want to do it live because not every coin is a candidate for electrolysis. Not every coin is going to come out pristine. Every coin that goes into this tank is going to stop breaking down. So if you've got something that's chewed up and it's something you want to hang on to, the electrolysis process is going to stop the breakdown. The breakdown will stop in its tracks. It may not come back to pristine condition, and it may. but it's going to stop any more breakdown. It's going to push anything non-organic and anything that's not a part of the coin or not magnetic. It's going to push it away from the coin, and it preserves it. So no matter what this little guy comes out like, it's going to not break down again for at least another 100 years or better. So that's why we do it. We do it to stabilize the metal, and stable metal wants to be clean. If the coin comes out of the ground and it has a lot to offer, that's what it's going to show you. If it doesn't have that much to offer, that's what it's going to show you, but it's going to be stable. It's going to last a long time. So I'm going to get up. Somebody talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to get up. I'm going to fill the tank with pro. What is wrong with me? I'm going to fill the tank with propane.
I got a quick question. I'm trying to share the video stream with some folks. I guess through YouTube. What's the best way for me to get folks on here?
YouTube is you know what? It is on. Yeah, YouTube. They go to YouTube, look up Detect America, and click the live button, and you'll see the broadcast.
Cool.
The link to the show is on the Detect America website, so you can copy that link and send it to anybody you want.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
I'm going to hop up right now. I'm going to fill the tank. I'm going to put this in the tank, and I'm going to get it going, and then we'll flip the camera and we'll start showing you some of the process.
And you're pretty close to it, so we can still ask you some questions, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be right next to it. I just can't do it from here because I'll dump the water on my camera on my phone.
Let's not do that. My brother just found a 2-cent piece. It's got a bunch of gnarly stuff on it. I was thinking that'd be a good candidate for some electrolysis. I don't see why a 2-cent wouldn't be good.
A 2-cent is good. I will tell you this: what people don't realize that a 2-cent coin, even though everybody loves to call them copper, they're copper. They're really not. They're bronze. They're more bronzy than they are copper.
Okay.
So we're on a copper coin. Hold on, let me crank this bad boy on. All right. So for a normal copper coin, we tell everybody 3.9 volts. 3.9 volts is kind of the sweet spot for copper. Mm-hmm. I tell everybody to start every coin at 3.9 volts, 4 volts. With a 2-cent piece, with a deuce, you kind of have to leave it there longer. You want the low voltage to cook longer. Bronzy coins, they deteriorate the same way, but when you have bad metal on top or semi-bad metal on top, and that wants to break away, it has a tendency of breaking away with more metal than it should. So the only thing we do different with like a 2-cent piece in particular, and a Flying Eagle, these copper nickel kind of bronzish coins, is let them sit at low voltage longer.
At the 3.9-ish.
Yeah, right around 3.9 is when we did this years and years ago at University of Pennsylvania. 3.9 was where we zeroed in as the average. It's the low end. If you hit 3.9, great. If you hit 3.8, great. If you hit 4.5, you're okay. You just can't go below 2.5 volts. Electrolysis doesn't take place below that.
Okay.
2.4, whatever it is. And the more crusty coins, that stuff that grows on the outside of a crusty coin, that's non-conductive. So if you're only going to be at like one, I've got a guy who told me, I don't know, but doing it 1.9 volts for a year, it's not going to penetrate. 3.9, 4.5, that's the safe zone by all means. You don't worry about it. You're good at that range.
Okay. Just adding it to my personal notes collection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 3.9 is the sweet spot. That's where you're shooting for. A little bit above, a little bit below is not going to hurt you. Normally on a copper coin like we have in here now, an Indian head, I'll put it at 3.9. I'll leave it for a little bit until I start to see physical changes to it. When I start to see stuff separating away, I may bump it up a little bit. On a 2-cent piece, bear down and keep yourself from doing it. Let it go beyond. Even if you start to see physical changes on a 2-cent piece, let it go longer at low voltages. If you do that, if you keep the voltage very low, and you do it for a long period of time, your 2-cent piece, if it's got it to offer, your 2-cent piece is going to come out fantastic. I've done a couple and half cents. Older half cents are the same exact way. If you rush through them, you're gonna they want to damage themselves. The metal itself, that bronzy metal, is a kind of metal that it's just not made for anything to get beat up on. So if you go too quick, and I'll explain the whys as we're going. If you go too quick with delicate stuff, you know what? Stuff's gonna fall off like any other coin. Unfortunately, you want everything to cure, so good stuff doesn't fall off with it. And if you do this, if you pay attention and you keep the voltage low, it won't. It's just the ugly box is a tool, guys. It's a tool to produce an electrolytic field, and it's not electrolysis that actually cleans the coin or cures the coin, but it's the field that the electrolysis circuit develops, and it's a tool to get there, but the success is based on what you do, following the rules, keeping the voltage low, rinsing it when you're supposed to rinse it, and nothing. You don't just drop a coin in an ugly box or electrolysis tank and it's going to come out beautiful. Some will and some won't, but they'll all be stable. They're all going to last a lot longer. And in the ugly box, in the opposite side of the fence compared to some of the stuff that's coming in from, faraway lands with little bumblebees on them. We build in so much safety precautions in this thing. The whole idea behind it was we wanted to take the stupid factor out of it. We don't want people to make stupid mistakes because I've made them all for you for 30 years. If you accidentally touch it together, if it accidentally arcs, well, it's not going to take a chunk out of your coin because this system will shut down. And then you turn it off and you sit around for a couple minutes and then turn it back on and it will come back. That's one of the features that we build into this. We have we actually designed a little circuit, a little coil to prevent it from, listen, there's people out there that buy it and I found a AC adapter cheap over at Temu. Well, they're erratic. Some of these cheaper let's just call it overseas electronics, they're erratic. They spike. And we designed a coil to absorb that. So the coil will absorb anything that goes too high, and it keeps the voltage that's going through your tank nice and steady. That's just a couple of things we got. Man, by all means, guys, jump in, ask questions, tell me what you do different, because what I do is what works for me. It's what works when we develop the box, but it's not the same thing that works for everybody.
So my older one, it still might have some undummy proof stuff in it, but I haven't had any disasters, knock on wood. So I need to upgrade at some point.
we have built that automatic shutdown circuit, has been in the ugly box for probably 5 years from the TNT on.
Okay. Mine's TNT. Mine's an old TNT, but it still does amazing work, man.
Yeah. From the TNT, I'm pretty sure the ones I looked at your box. I'm pretty sure that's the generation that we started putting the automatic shutdown in.
Okay.
And
I haven't ever had it automatically shut down, so I guess I'm doing something right.
and like I said, usually it's happening. Guys are maneuvering around in their tank, and they push the coin, and coin touches the other side of the circuit, and.
Okay.
And let me tell you what, a single volt arc can chew a nice little chunk out of a coin or out of a ring. This shuts down immediately, and like I said, then a couple minutes later, boom, it comes back on.
Okay, don't touch tips. Got it.
Yeah, listen, you can have them close, but you don't want to touch them.
And don't clean V nickels.
Nickels.
Remember that V nickel I was cleaning, Frank?
Listen, Steve just signed on the chat, so here's
he did.
Here's a quick little story for you. So Steve shows me a buffalo he found. So he says, "How long do I cook the buffalo for?" I said, "You can't cook the buffalo. You just can't cook the buffalo because nickel is pretty much the only metal that doesn't respond well to electrolysis. It's not the brine solution. It's not anything. It's the actual process of electrolysis nickel doesn't like. And I said, don't cook it. I said, it'll turn black or it'll turn red. Okay. Go the next day. And my nickel's red. but did you think I was going to lie to you? Did you think I was like, yeah, he won't listen to me? Put it in. So
I went to a seeded hunt, and I had a V nickel that was kind of corroded, and I wanted to clean it, and I had it in the ugly box, and I was talking to Frank about it, and he saw the picture, and he said, "Get the V nickel out of there quick! Don't do that." I went, "What?" He goes, "You can't clean nickels." I went, "Oh, I didn't know." So
the fact of the matter is, here's the fact of the matter. So about 9 out of 10 times that nickel, and that's not just V nickels, guys, it's nickels from the first ones all the way to the ones today, that about 1 out of 10 times the nickel will clean. Why that is, I have no idea. But I'm never that one. Never. I'm always the one. It'll turn black. I mean, and we experimented with silver, copper silver mixtures, copper, the silver nickel copper mixture. A million different mixtures, and for the catalyst, and it's always the same. It's the process. It's not the chemicals. It's not the catalyst. It's the process that doesn't like nickel. So anybody asked me, how do I clean a nickel? I said, get a soft toothbrush, little ivory soap, hot water. That's it.
Right.
What you get when that's done, that's what you get. But
you know, I like the ugly box because I don't sell any of my stuff. You know, and when I find jewelry in the lake, it's black, the silver, which silver's easy to clean, but my jewelry was black, and when I bought the ugly box and started cleaning it, it just turned it all beautiful. You know, you just can't beat it. You know, this was solid black.
I've sold systems to jewelry stores.
You know, this was black.
Solid black.
That's a beauty.
Yep. I mean, it's insane. Herb, you guys, you and Eli, both you guys, and that's why they literally have like 2 full pages of pictures in the book because of their stuff. But I got jewelry store guys that buy that because they'll go buy estates. Yeah. They'll go buy estate collections, and you know they're black. They're black. They turn black.
Just black. Mm-hmm. And the lake, you know, you can't. I thought, boy, you know, it's pretty silver. It's silver, but it's ugly because it's black. And whenever I started cleaning, boy, with that ugly box, I got
You're not very good.
It's the best thing, I tell you.
Now, Herb, let me ask you a question. How much of this stuff do you find, or do you ever use the Cyclone tool, the Thunder Thrasher tool?
I use it whenever it has crust station on it. It's real heavy with stuff. I'll use it to break it up, kind of like this, kind of like that pocket watch. This is rose gold plated.
That pocket watch is another one. It's just gorgeous, man.
It was really bad. It was corroded. It come out of a bottle dump. It was burnt. But it
now, is that the one we have the before and after pictures of? I put them in the book.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, and it's been in the case for a while. It's kind of dulled a little bit. But boy,
that's an awesome point, because one of the number one things that people are terrified of, people pull stuff, and I'm going to kick the ugly box all on the ground. See what I can see. Because all right, so people love patina. They just do. And they're like, oh, what can I do to keep the green on this greeny, Indian head or a large set? When it's a green patina, guys, and it's that thick mossy like green patina. Hold on, I'm getting questions in from the audience. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'll answer that. Green patina is beautiful, and I'm the first one to admit green patina is gorgeous. But green patina that's growing on that surface is an absolute indicator that the coin is losing metal. That is not patina. That is the result of metals that don't like each other in that coin have lost their molecular bond. And like I say, and I say this in the book, green patina we kind of call metal poop. Okay. But if you know physics, if you know what happens is when two entities collide, they don't like each other, they start to eat, and they eat and eat and eat. They're eating each other. Well, what happens when anything eats? What has to come out? It poops. And in this case, that the energy, the exhaust that's released from these two sources of energy consuming each other is that patina. The stuff that grows, that you get those chocolatey looking large cents, those chocolatey looking Indian head pennies, that's patina. That's caused by the air. When a coin or a relic, an artifact, a piece of jewelry, when it starts to develop a different kind of physical concoction on the top, that's not patina, guys. That's degrade. That's the coin consuming itself and transitioning what it ate into something else. And we call it, we call it metal poop. But so there's no real, if you truly want to save the coin, there's no real way to save the green patina. And I know, and you guys are like, I don't want to cook it. I don't want to lose it. I understand that. But going into it with nothing but the facts, if you save the patina, if you save the green, it will continue to eat away. When you pull something out of the ground that's already started that reaction and you expose it to an environment that has a lot more oxygen in it, like the air, you're not stopping it because you pulled it out of the ground. You're accelerating it. And most of that deterioration is inside the coin that you can't see. And when you see it, when it starts bubbling up like crust and crap, it's almost pretty much too late to address it at that time. So just kind of know that you can, and actually what I went off on the greeny tangent, and I really didn't mean to. Patina will come back. So if you cook, guys don't like, I don't want to cook it to a shiny coin. Okay, cook it to the shiny coin, because the shiny coin means that the whole thing is cured. It's going to last another couple 100 years. Leave it out. You like the chocolate patina on coppers? You like that patina on buttons and stuff? Once it's done, take it out, leave it in the air, put it on a windowsill. Couple weeks time, that patina will come back. The patina will come back because it's an air response. It's not a chemical response. But the degrade won't. Just because it discolors, it's still stable for hundreds of years, and it's not going to. It's not eating away at the coin. It's simply developing a protective layer from the air.
That's a good point. I had a bunch of silver coins and stuff that I left up at my parents' house one summer. I just left them sitting out, and like their windows were open and stuff. Yep. The back side of them, like a lot of them come out of the ground looking brand new. Yep. And the front side, I actually kept them. Some of them were like neon blue, and people probably pay for how cool they look. So
yeah, well, when you get that rainbow, that blue stuff, that means that you touched that coin, or something has touched that coin with some type of chemical. You guys that believe that you are paying $1,000 for a Morgan set because it's got these beautiful rainbows through it, guess what? Somebody sat in the back room and dipped their fingers in some kind of mildly acidic oil or something and touched those edges, and that's what grows. It's a pet peeve of mine, and I can't go into detail, but a certain coin grading company that uses the ugly box promised I could never listen, as long as they're buying ugly boxes. But yeah, I don't get that. Well, I'll tell you right now, the guy who explained this to me was the vice president or chief operating officer, and I can't, by NDA, I can't tell you who or what company, but let's just call it a really, really big coin grading and preservation company, a really, really big one, and told me that those swirls and those colors was his idea, that he came up with that and came up with marketing them. So
So I need to sell these coins, is what you're saying. No, just-
It's a ploy to sell the coins. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It was a very successful ploy because I can't believe what they pay for some of these coins with that discoloration. Not to say that it can't happen naturally, but it doesn't.
I didn't touch them. They were shiny out of the ground. I rinsed them.
And
like,
it's
with
probably
just water.
but it's probably from something that it came in contact with. Because once that process, a lot of these processes that will discolor coins, if left, untreated, unattended to, they won't stop. It'll just stay forever. And if you're dealing with a silver coin, that's not a big deal because silver is a very resilient metal. You can get red striations through gold. People don't realize gold doesn't ever tarnish. Well, put a piece of gold near manganese and you'll get red striations through it.
Getting all scientific on us here. I like it.
Right.
Only because I've had a couple of guys that had some really beautiful nuggets
Ugh.
that were display pieces or specimen pieces, and they were afraid that these red striations were going to affect it. So, and I wasn't even sure that electrolysis would take care of it, but it did. Took care of it almost immediately.
On nuggets?
On nuggets, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got to find some bigger gold to do some electrolysis on.
I got to find some gold, period, to do electrolysis.
The beaches have been very cruel this season, man. My gold count is pathetically low this year. It's embarrassing.
That's too bad. Gold's so high too.
No,
I know.
Not like I'm going to sell it. Steve's going to give me some grief about that, but
Right.
yeah, I like keeping it, but I just haven't found a lot this year, unfortunately.
I got a good question for my
I
buddy.
saved my gold too.
Why gold?
Oh, that's a good one.
I cleaned this with the ugly box. It was gold, but this is a 1946, I think.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But
Now,
I cleaned it.
Well,
Marla, you got a good
I'll
jewelry
get to something
box,
about
don't you?
that. I want to say about that, but I got a question from Why Gold. What about war nickels? Can't cook nickels. What about war nickels?
Oh my
So
God.
here's the thing with war nickels, and war nickels are 35% silver,
38, I think.
38% silver. So you can cook a war nickel for a short period of time. Eventually, the nickel part of it's going to take over, and eventually it will turn. However, you've got a few minutes in there where you can actually cook a war nickel and get some nice color out of it, as long as you don't get greedy and think, well, I'm safe. See, nickels, I think nickels were designed to screw with guys that do electrolysis. Because 1 out of every 10 will come out okay. And if you're cooking a war nickel, you're going to think, oh, I'm the one. And then you'll cook it for 15 minutes and then it's black. So yeah, you've got a few minutes with a war nickel at low voltage and you can cook it because the silver will protect it for a short period of time. After that, all bets are off because the nickel will take over and eventually the nickel will kill the color. And
I've done like 2 or 3 of them, just super low, and I just did them long enough to get the black buildup and the crust off of them, and then I stopped, and they look fantastic.
Yeah. I've done them. I've done them, and people had, while we were developing this thing, if you saw the coins that we destroyed, I mean, the University of Pennsylvania was very, very generous to us, and we had a regular supply of large cents, old large cents, new large cents, British, foreign coppers, and we would destroy them. We would cook them at different levels. We would bandsaw them in half. We would resistivity test them just to see what the difference was, what voltage worked better, and we went through a whole bunch of nickels because nickel is always the enigma, and we killed a ton, and we killed a ton of silver content nickels because we left them in intentionally, but we left them in too long, and they feel beautiful, gone. So if you got a war nickel, you give it a shot. But after that, all bets are off. It will turn on you at some point. Absolutely.
Good to know. I've been lucky so far, or just patient and attentive, I guess.
Yeah, I think patience.
We'll say that. We'll say that.
Patience and knowing what you're doing when you go into it. Now, guys, I know you guys have seen I refuse to mention the name. It was a direct ripoff of our Ugly Box, and it's not a good ripoff. It's a ripoff of technology we stopped using 10 years ago. Just so you know, our Ugly Box Mini is that technology. It's just a basic unit, and we charge $39 as opposed to $125. But knowing that what you're going into, knowing that the voltages are extraordinarily important, the amperage is extraordinarily important. Keeping it low is how you get success. Not bumping everything up to 18 volts. We quit building 18 volt power systems because it was hurting coins. It's too much. So we believe it or not, 9 volt is probably the perfect voltage. However, 9 volt does take you a long time, and we wanted to meet people halfway. So when we got to testing it with the 12 volt was great. 12 volt was enough to speed up the process, not enough to really kill it unless you overkill it and keep it in there for 10 days, and the amperage lowered enough when you turn the dial down where it was pretty much safe from 1 to 100. But the important thing is to know what you're doing. Don't expect any electrolysis, even your home electrolysis system. Don't expect it to be a miracle worker. You're the miracle worker. Having the knowledge when you go into this and you're telling the machine what you want it to do. And I can't stress enough how important that is. Don't expect the machine to work miracles if you turn on and walk away from it, because that's not. It's simply a tool like a million other tools that we use in conservation. Now I'm going to get up for 1 second because I'm going to take this out, take a look at it. I'm going to give it a quick rinse, and then if it's worth it, I'll show you what we got so far. This cable's going to kill me yet.
Can I daisy chain 10 ugly boxes?
Hey, Frank, we have Heath with History Seekers is in the house, and he was asking, what are your thoughts on using stainless steel if it's low voltage?
Now, here's the reason. And a lot of people, this coin is going to be a success. Let me just tell you guys that right off bat.
Nice.
Okay, so and here's the reason we don't use it. Now, a lot of guys will tell you when stainless steel is used as a catalyst, it produces noxious gas, and it does. That's the truth. Is it enough that's going to kill you? No, because we have low voltages. Here's the problem with stainless steel: is that stainless steel, by its virtue, by its very nature, contains a lot of copper. Stainless steel has a significant amount of copper in it. When we first started to develop this, we went at this thing from many different angles. And one of the angles were from like 1898 through the 1930s and 40s, electrolysis was used big time in museums. And even to this day, you can go into museums and you can pick out the stuff that was cooked in electrolysis back in the 20s and 30s because it's orange. And what happens is when you cook with stainless steel will impart copper to your target.
Makes sense.
And copper is an awesome plating material. I got a whole video on how I gold plate stuff without gold. It's a combination of copper and silver. So if you're cooking clad, some guys like to cook their clad. Okay, you use whatever you want. But the stainless steel's got two problems with it. One is the noxious fumes, which they just smell bad. And listen, if you're cooking with 18-24 volts, yeah, the fumes that come off, it could be bad. But the most important thing when you're trying to preserve is you don't want copper plating on something. Now, I told you before, when you cook a coin, you cook a button, you leave it out, and the patina is going to come back. Copper will inhibit that patina from coming back. It's kind of like, painting a metal surface because you don't want it to rust. Well, you're plating it with copper, and it's just it may patina again at some point in time, but it slows down that process. And that's why, because that was everybody's go-to. I got a million stainless steel forks I found while Melody Tech. I'm going to use them as a catalyst. That's why we don't use it, because of the copper.
Okay, he said his concern was the hexavalent chromium.
Well, and that's what creates the gas. That's the negative thing. But the levels of the voltage I don't want to say it keeps it in check, but it keeps it in a normally vented area. It keeps it safe enough where you're not going to die from it. That was the go-to for 50 years.
Oh, okay.
But one, we don't use it because of that. And two, you don't use it because it's going to plate copper on your target. So you got two strikes against it when carbon is relatively cheap. And if you don't have carbon, you can use low copper, high carbon railroad spikes. They sell them on eBay. Some of these guys will even chop them up for you. The only problem with that is that they're a little dirty. They'll dirty your tank quicker. And that's it. There's alternate stuff available to you that you can use. We just don't use. We ended our relationship with stainless steel just because we know it does produce a gas, and we know that it produces copper plated items.
Good info.
Very good.
You were talking about the coins being blue and different colors, looking like a rainbow.
Yeah.
There's a guy that makes bracelets out of titanium and copper and a couple of other different type of metals. But when he gets them bent and shaped and ready to wear, he heats them with a cutting torch, and they turn blue and purple.
Right. But that's a heat signature. But what won't happen with that is it won't grow. So when you buy these coins that have those swirls on them, that will continue to grow over time. A heat signature looks really cool. And when you buy it, what you get from that heat signature is what you get. It's not going to grow more and turn all blue as opposed to a coin which will. That's been contaminated with something specifically to make it happen. Now
they wouldn't do that with a coin, though. They couldn't do that with a coin.
Sure. Well, you can do that with a coin, though.
But I mean, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, I'm saying you could do the same thing with a coin with a torch, right, and make it blue.
You can do that. You're not going to get the same result. You won't get the same result because it's going. For example, there's two ways to preserve a coin. Two ways to safely preserve a coin.
Right.
One is electrolysis, because electrolysis is simply rejuvenating the molecules that have died out. The other is flash forging. And flash forging is taking a piece of metal, whether it's a coin, whether it's a piece of jewelry or whatever, and heating it very, very quickly till it glows red, and then allowing it to cool. Here's the problem. The problem is that there are still molecular changes that are taking place to that coin when you heat it like that. A lot of times the detail will run. A lot of times you get a burn signature, which is black. A lot of times these coins will only signature in black, and that black goes all the way through. So if you decide you're going to flash forge it, yes, it's not going to degrade anymore for a long time. And yes, you probably won't be able to clean it up in electrolysis because the changes to that molecular structure has gone all the way through the coin. We get coins in fires, and a lot of times we can do some good work with coins and fires. If they've been in too long at too high of a heat, you can't reverse it.
Don't burn your coins. Just ugly box them.
What's that?
Don't burn your coins. Just ugly box them.
No, well, you know what? That's the
don't burn them.
And there's just so many things that we've learned along over the years. Listen, for a long time, guys were, and again, I don't want to disparage anybody's way of doing things. We are not a coin cleaning police, guys.
Right.
No guys with little badges are going to come and take you away because you're cleaning it. But there's things that happen with different methods that you have to be aware of. There's guys to this day, they're taking vinegar mixtures and they're putting their coin in these vinegar mixtures. And briefly, yeah, you'll take some of that degrade away. You'll take some of that patina away, and the coin will look better. But here's the thing: anything with acid, any product that has the word acid on it, if you put that on your coin, if you put that on your piece of jewelry, other than gold and silver, they're the exception to the rule. Bronzes, coppers. If you put anything on there with an acid to try and clean it, even if you have it on for a second and you take it under the sink and you wash it really good, acid will impregnate the epilayer of a coin instantaneously. And it may not happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen. Eventually, that acid will get the better of that surface and it will start to discolor, or it will start to eat through it. And once that happens, electrolysis can't save it. You can't arrest that process. Even if you cooked it for an hour, even if you cooked it so long you turned it black, electrolysis won't start that it's like a cancer. Once it starts, it's going to keep going. That's why we tell everybody don't use vinegars. It may look good for a minute, but don't use it, because ultimately it's going to cause a reaction to your coin or artifact that simply cannot be reversed.
Or lemon, or what's it? Ketchup? Do people use ketchup? What's
ketchup? Lemon. They all have citric acid in them.
Okay.
Okay.
And I wouldn't do that anyway. That's why I got the ugly box.
Yeah. Well, and listen, this is and I've helped guys. I've helped a million guys through building their own systems. It's not all about selling. Listen, guys, we have no problem selling ugly boxes. We're selling them by the thousands a year. It's about we never started this to make money. We started this to solve a problem that had been going on for a long time with this system. I was just fascinated by electrolysis when I first read about it, and I have been literally building them in some shape or form for 38 years. And it's about getting the right process. And guys get insulted. I tell them, don't use that acid on. Oh, I've been doing it for 100 years. Well, okay, do it. I'm simply telling you what we learned over the last 38 years, most of it on the dime of an Ivy League university, testing, and not just testing electrolysis. The idea was to find what was the safest and most effective. And electrolysis very easily rose to the top, because it doesn't hurt your coin. It doesn't add anything to it unless you want to plate, and you do that at the end anyway. It simply stabilizes the molecular structure of that coin at the point that it is. So no matter what condition it is, wherever it is in its lifespan, that's where electrolysis will stop the breakdown and ultimately clean as well as it can clean. I'm gonna show you this in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna walk through a couple of the pieces, guys. Guys are terrified of it. Don't be. It's simply a very, very natural. I'm trying to see if I missed any. I'm simply trying to see if I missed any.
But when you find cool stuff, and it's black, and you can't show it to friends and go, look what I found. They look at it and go, it's black and corroded. But being able to clean it, even these 2 coins that were on a bracelet, these things were just black as they could be.
Right. Yeah.
And you couldn't even hardly see the head or the dates on it until I cleaned it,
And that's the thing. And again, and I tell people with silver, listen, silver.
It's amazing.
You cook silver because, listen, these guys designed these beautiful coins, 200 years ago. They didn't design them to be, crusted over lumps of mud. They designed them for people to look at them. They designed them because they're little individual pieces of artwork. And that's what got me into, I'm the guy that cooks anything I think I can make a really presentable piece. I'm cooking it. Do I cook everything? No, but
No.
If I can bring it back as close to the way it was when these guys designed it, when they took their artistic paralysis and made these coins,
Bring
that's
it back
my
to life.
goal.
You bet.
Yeah.
Bring it back to life.
Exactly,
back.
exactly.
And some things, like you said, won't be 100%, but it's better than it was. And it'll help that the coin or the ring or the necklace charm, whatever it may be, it'll help it last.
Exactly.
A lot. Make it last for a long time.
Well, yeah, it gets me that I get people, guys. I see it on the pages all the time, and I do back off the pages somewhat and bite my tongue because again, I'm not trying to be the coin cleaning police, but I get these guys that they'll pull a copper coin, and it's a copper coin. You can tell by the size, you can tell, and it's a lump of crap. It's packed with crap. You can see nothing on it, and these guys go, I'm going to cook it. Well, then the first thing that everybody says is, oh, you're going to kill the value. Really? What value does a lump of copper that you cannot identify, what value does that have? What value does it have? And I'm here to tell you, I guarantee that a good copper coin that comes out of the ground is a lump of crap and then is transitioned into something you can date and see the detail on. I guarantee you that value has gone up. I know that personally because I've sold stuff over the years. I'm not one of these guys that has every single piece. I don't have a single piece of gold jewelry that I've ever found on the beach. I found a lot. Steve has most of it because I sell to him. But there's a bunch of ways of thinking about cooking with electrolysis that is just I don't want to call it wrong, but I see it a different way. I see it a different way, and if you have a coin or a piece of jewelry that is just caked with crap, and is worth nothing, how can I kill the value of it by bringing it back to life?
Exactly.
I have cooked and sold for a client a chain set that came out of the ground unidentifiable, and then was it the best chain set? No, it was a $7,000 chain set after I cooked it. So that's the difference. So these guys are like, oh, and the people that made you believe that proper preservation kills the value are the same people that are, grading your coins and charging you to preserve them.
You got to give us at least a little bit of a rundown on the process for the chain set. Just 3.9 volts. Just let it roll real slow.
The process for the chain set was absolutely no different than the process I'm using on this Indian head. The process for the chain set, we put in place a set of rules, and again, they may not be your rules. They may not be your rules. They're my rules. They're my rules that I designed with this box. Mm-hmm. Went in for 3.9 volts, and I had probably 3, 4, 5 sessions with it at 3.9 volts until I saw some of the debris coming away. I could see the beginning of the chain. The chain was not in the best condition, but it was all there. I think at the end of the day, I bumped it up. Maybe I don't even think we ever reached 6 volts on it. We hit it wet with a little bit of my secret paste, and that's not the polish. You have to do it wet. That is simply to neutralize salts and everything, so it doesn't continue a whole new degrade process. And that was all she wrote. And he sent it off. He got it carded, and it sold for $7,000.
Wow. Did it come back clean?
The details that were available were all there. You can make out all the details. They were just worn. They were just a very worn detail, but all the details came up. The color of the coin. When you have a coin that has surface pitting, the color never really comes back to that shiny goldish color, but it came back to the copper color it was supposed to, and it sold immediately.
That's insane.
Yep,
that's crazy.
What's the secret paste I just saw? I'm not familiar with that. I know it's a secret, but
the ingredients.
It's peanut butter.
I've scoured the world to find this secret paste. And know where I found it? At Walgreens.
There we go. Okay.
Well, toothpaste. So
that's what I was guessing.
We finish every coin, every piece of jewelry I have, every coin, every relic. We finish it with toothpaste, and the reason is not to polish. You don't ever use toothpaste on a dry coin, a dry relic. it will work as a rubbing compound, and that's the one thing you don't want. You take a perfect coin, a mint coin, and rub toothpaste on it dry, and you'll dull all the details. However, wet, it floats on the surface. It's safe. It won't scratch. Well, how do I know this? Because it was invented for your teeth, the most sensitive enamel on the planet. There's a company out there. Well, you've all heard of the company. It's called Colgate. They actually make a little tub that they charge like $25 for it. I'm talking a tub that big that they sell to jewelers. And it's just for that. And what it does is it neutralizes all the acid. It neutralizes any salt residue, anything that may be high when you're cooking coins and you're taking debris off. It's not like a decal. You don't pull 100% of it off. There may be high spots, and this will smooth them out. But you only do it wet, and if you do it wet, you're not polishing the coin. You're simply neutralizing the acids, the salts, and you are taking out anything that's anomalous, anything that might have a high spot to it, and that's it. Hot water rinse, and it's done. I don't treat anything. We don't oil anything. Why? Because most oil is a petroleum product, and petroleum products are bad for your coin. So I mean that's it. The chain set I've done. It's on the web page on our Facebook page. I did a 2,000-year-old biblical coin. I don't even remember the name of the coin.
Oh wow!
And it was literally. And by the way, that coin was given to me to do this by Robert and April Connect, Cannon Beach Treasures guys. They sent me some to do. He's got a real big system I built for him. But it went from a black slab of nothing. It almost looked like a chip of coal to a completely beautiful coin. Every detail turned the beautiful bronzy color that it was supposed to be. And then because I liked that color, I did a quick treatment with silver at the end, and silver will put a transparent layer on something, and it prevents the break. It prevents the patina from coming back, because I wanted that gold coin. I could have left it be. It would patinaed. All the detail would have been there, but I liked the way it looked because that's how it looked when they made it. When they hammered that coin, that's how it looked. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna throw out a topic and talk among yourselves. I'm going to take this coin out, and I might actually have time to throw another one in, because I think this is going to be amazing. But I'm going to
be amazing.
Give it the secret sauce treatment real quick. Give it a rinse. I'm going to bring it right back and just show you wherever we are on this coin right now. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to leave the camera on it so you guys can see. I'm not.
I guess we need to get over to Europe and find some really old stuff.
I'm going to show it to you before I'm going to show you this before I take it away, so you see it just came from here, and it came to here. So without rubbing it, without doing anything, I haven't used the cyclone on this at all. I'm just going to give you a quick shot.
Oh, wow.
Looks like now.
Wow. So far, so good.
And
wow.
Show you the details, and that has been sitting there since I put it in, and we have been talking. It has never moved. That camera has never moved, guys. Because some people will say, "Oh, you swapped them out." No, I didn't swap them out.
You couldn't even see.
Take this over to the sink real quick. I'm going to give it a quick little massage with the secret sauce, and then I'll bring it right back to you.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
I'm out of town right now, so if anybody else has some cool treasure to show off, yeah, I saw you got a whole pile over there.
Yeah, I found that in
Oh my God. What is that?
It's a gold and silver.
Oh my gosh.
Pendant. Yeah, it was pretty corroded. It'd been on the beach for there's no telling how long. And,
so probably like all gray and blue looking.
It was funky. Yeah. And I put it in the ugly box. And,
that is a beauty.
You can't clean jewelry.
This is what I like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is that?
That had 37 diamonds in it.
Wow.
And
did that go in the ugly box too?
Yeah, you put this in the ugly box, didn't you?
Yes.
Wow.
Good grief. That is a beauty.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
turned
Marla,
out-
you're lucky over there.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Herbie is a maniac with that machine.
He is.
yeah. If
Hey,
it
with
comes
gold,
out-
is it the same numbers with gold? 3.9. Is that just pretty much across the board?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that if you started off higher on something silver, you're really not going to hurt it. But as a rule, we put the rules in place so no one makes a mistake.
Sure.
So even thick silver coins, I tell everybody start every coin at 3.9, 4.5 in that zone. This way, you'll if you forget, oh, I accidentally hit 19 volts and I got a copper in there. If you
So
start
for-
everything at 3.9, 4.5 volts, you're always going to be safe, and then the coin will dictate to you, when it's time to up the voltage, when it's time to clean it. So real quick, guys, I'm gonna try and get you a picture of this coin. I was hoping that I would use the Cyclone tool on, but no. All right, let me just try zoom in on it from the other camera because it's pretty intense. It's pretty, let me,
Can you make your picture? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there you
Wow.
go. That's the coin we started with. It's a worn coin,
Oh man.
but nobody saw the date on this thing before I put it in the tank. And I'll show you the back real quick.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I got to admit, this was actually pretty quick for a little copper. I mean, I'm good for an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes, depending on it. That thing that's a little 1907. It looks like that thing that just boom, all that grime, all that salt, everything came right off it.
It looks
Wait,
great.
got trouble.
You couldn't tell. You could never tell.
Oh, I accidentally hit 19 volts. We got trouble.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
You know what?
Steve.
Hi guys. Listen, I had to come on. Someone had to come on and save these people from listening to me talk all night long.
Thank you, Steve.
You know what? Listen. Don't mind me. Finish the show and then I'll close it out with you. Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, where we at time was, we're pretty close. So, a couple of things I just want to share might be out there. We invented something called the carbon gator about 4 or 5 years ago. So one of the phenomenon that takes place with electrolysis is the positive side of your circuit, the circuit that holds the carbon, will break down. That's not, it will break down. We invented the carbon gator, which takes that carbon, takes the wire, and lifts it out of the tank so that wire is not anywhere near the proximity of the brine and the electricity. And it worked. It really did extend the life of your anode wire. But the problem was that we were making these carbon gators out of a clad to break down over time. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose. What sense does it make to have something protecting the wire if the thing protecting the wire starts to break down too? So about a month ago, I sat down and I redesigned the carbon gator. This is the carbon gator 2. Now, will your wire still break? Carbon gator, guys, is all thermoplastic.
Oh, wow.
The two little levels here kind of protect the actual wire brine, and it lasts a long time. If you get, we're giving you a much bigger piece of carbon that helps as well. And it just lives right over the side of your tank. And the carbon gator will not break down anymore unless you drop it and step on it. Other than that, it's not going to break down anymore.
I think people were having some audio issues.
I'm sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I think people are having some audio and video issues. Is everybody doing all right again? I think a lot of people were saying they had a sure.
That,
Is everybody back on? I think they're good. Okay, I apologize. There were some messages coming through. I'm trying to watch the chat too. So.
okay. So the other thing I want to talk about briefly, guys, this is our baby. We started putting this on ugly boxes about 5 years ago, and it's the ultrasonic hypersonic cleaning tool. So this is the newest version. This is called the Cyclone. Trying to get it. It comes with this little pointy cap, and then it comes with this particular cap, which has an abrasive element in it. And what's this for? So this pulses at 50,000. Have the black cap on, and you can throw it in the tank. It's 100% waterproof. Throw it in the tank. It turns your tank while you're cooking. It'll turn your tank into a 50,000 pulse per minute, basically vibrating jewelry cleaner. A jewelry cleaner that you buy at Harbor Freight or at a store. Yeah. Wow. The cool thing about this is, guys, and if you have a gold ring that you wear and it's got a scratch in it, you can take this, you can take the abrasive, and the scratch will disappear. It will polish out the scratch for you. We only use this on coins that have a lot of degrade, a lot of crust, stuff that comes out of the ocean. All of that stuff that's on top of that coin that's not magnetic, it's not conductive. So in order for electrolysis to work, we have to get through that. So short of tape will go back and forth, and we'll take the crust down closer and closer and closer to the coin. You don't ever have to touch the surface of the coin, and eventually you'll get to the point where the electrolysis portion of it will penetrate and will work. That have a 50,000 pulse per minute. The only ones on the planet, and the only ones that ever will, because the vendor who sells me these motors builds this particular one for us. He changes whatever he has to change to a 50,000 pulse per minute thing. So that's an advantage. That's an advantage to art. And yeah, I'm kind of selling our ugly box because we worked a long, hard time on it to have somebody come in, copy it, and rip us off. The other cool thing about this, guys, is this is a zero. This motor is zero motion. What's that mean? It moves so fast and in such a small, you wouldn't see a mark. It doesn't move laterally, or it moves so microscopically laterally that it doesn't leave a mark. Now, if you go on your coin with this thing and you're going like this, yeah, you're going to leave a mark. But for bad spots, for coins that come up, there's plenty of guys that are cook. Well, pop the abrasive off, pop the other tip on, and put this right on that bad spot, and it will break up. It'll break up the surface of that degrade that you can't quite get to. There's a million reasons. There's a million uses for this thing. It has become so popular that we're trying to get it done for Christmas, but we're going to introduce the Solo, which is going to be this unit all by itself. Because a lot of guys buy itself, so you don't have to buy another ugly box, buy another electrolysis unit. You can simply plug this in, and you can use it on your system at home.
It's been great.
I need a new one.
Oh, you got the 24K.
Yeah, I need a new one.
Oh my God, that's the Thunder. That's not even the. That's not even the.
I've got Thunder.
You guys you came before the Lightning.
They do an amazing job.
Well, the only real difference is, guys, is that we combined the two units. This is all one unit. It's completely waterproof. You can drop it right in your tank while you're cooking. The connection between your electrolysis system and the target, so you'll actually see a rise voltage when you use it. I wouldn't recommend using the metal abrasive because it'll rust. But it's reloadable. I things are popping into my head. I've got guys that are sending these back to me. As a matter of fact, I have a video out that shows you.
1995.
You put another piece in, you put it in with a little Phillips screwdriver and push it in, and you're all good to go. I mean, that's the long and short of our little system. I'm going to show it to you. This is our little baby. This is our new Ugly Box Hurricane. Now, this particular one we just cooked. I have to say, listen, I don't. You know me. I don't want it so much better than I expected. Hold on.
That's awesome.
It came out. I'll take some close-up shots of it and post it on the page when we're done. But we're going to. So listen, guys. Hashtag on the chat. Hashtag Ugly Box. Steve is going to do a wheel for us, right, Steve? Steve, are you there? Did he leave?
He walked away. I
don't have a wheel on, and I just have to pick a name. I was hoping Steve was going to do a thing. So you get everything, guys. When you get this in the mail, it's ready to work. It doesn't come with the AC adapter. The AC adapter is sold separate.
Okay.
But it comes with the battery. It comes with the battery connector, the whole 9 yards. This on the website, it's like $30 cheaper than the one without all our cool bells and whistles and stuff. So there is no better. The list of clients that we have tell the tale of the Ugly Box. We are in this little sucker is in a dozen college campuses and labs. It's in a dozen museums. It's on just a buttload of salvage boats. We've got 3 major international coin brokers that all use this thing. Couple of them use a lot of them, several of them. And we have sold, since we started building the Ugly Box, we've sold about 8,600 of them now.
Hey, Frank, heads up. We're still having some audio issues. I don't know
it's
if
coming from the phone. I'm just going to shut the phone off. So.
Yeah, I think the mic on the phone might be doubling it up or something like that.
All right. So we're done with the cooking anyway, guys. So.
Yeah, you already did an awesome job.
Yeah. That looks good. That look good.
All right, y'all. Is there any? Oh, I guess we lost Steve. Bye, Steve.
All right, hashtag Ugly Box, guys. Hashtag Ugly Box. I'll run it through the randomize. Who's going to get the new box? I'm trying to see if I missed any questions. Okay. All right, they're coming in. They're coming in, guys. So again, if you have any last minute questions, hit me up. I will absolutely answer them for you, guys. I am in front of this computer every morning answering electrolysis questions. Not again. Okay. Steve, are you going to do a wheel for me?
Yeah, I got it all set up.
All right, good. Every morning. Oh wait, I did have one question. Of course, he was the first guy to ask me a question about, is there a specific voltage to use for thin, smaller silver coins? No. And it's the rules were put in place to attack every single thing at 3.9 to 4.5 volts. Everything. That's the safe bet. With the coins you showed me, the 2 silver coins you showed me, you'll probably bump it up to about 6-7 volts pretty quickly. It's not going to hurt it. The only time that I really try to keep voltage really low on silver coins is if you get the old hammers or stuff over in the UK that's paper thin. I try to keep the voltage no higher than maybe 6 on that. For the 2 coins you showed me, if you hit 10 volts, you're not going about 5 minutes.
Right.
I think I know which
Yeah,
coin.
I
I'm
use
friends
it.
with Ian too. He's a good dude. I think he showed me some
Yes,
some
he's
good
got
seeded
two
coins. He
seeded.
got
One
not too long ago.
is amazing.
Quarter.
One is amazing. I mean, that thing looks like it was
Yeah.
dropped yesterday from the mint. It's
Yeah.
just gorgeous.
Yeah, he's pretty excited about that. I'm trying to get out east and go hunt with him pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's a good
Yeah,
dude.
he is a good
Met
dude.
him at the big shop. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'm trying to find something for him as well. It's just difficult right now.
I just need to find some more stuff to put in my ugly box.
That's always a challenge.
I need to find some beaches that are producing right now.
So one stud pony basically told me that I forgot, and I'm going to sit here right now and thank my buddy Eli for helping me out with that. Or the new book is coming.
Trying.
And the new book is very, very heavily weighted towards plating. There's a big chapter on it about plating. I don't really have, so we will get back into it again. There's a couple of videos. There's a lot in the new book about plating. Plating is extremely easy with the ugly box. You simply have to cook your item first, get it done, and then we'll you put your plating metal in place your catalyst and let her rip. You have to rough it, but again, it's very detailed in the upcoming book.
Yeah. You do a
Yeah,
show
well, you know what? We're
sure.
going to when the book is finally out, and I was we'll definitely do a show on it. I got a lot of requests. I've got a lot of dealers requests in the book right now. Guys that are buying the old book, I know, and I don't want to bash any of the dealers. Guys are buying the old book. It's really if you're buying the new ugly box, if you have the old ugly box, the new book goes into a lot more detail. I don't want to call the old book obsolete, but the new book is going to help you out, way more than the old one did.
Okay.
It's full of amazing information. It's awesome.
Yeah. More knowledge is better,
Oh yes.
for sure.
Well, that's the thing. Again, why is there someone's thing on my screen and I don't know who it is?
You better get that off. You have someone's thing on your screen, man.
They probably typed it in like, there it is.
As long as it's not Steve's, we're good.
Yes, Steve's stuff's been on my screen all the time. Every time he sleeps there.
Browser history.
Yeah, a couple guys are saying that they're still getting. The camera is off on my phone. I don't know what they're saying. It's still breaking up. I don't know. I'm not seeing it on my end.
Do you want to sit here?
No, I just pushed to my knees.
I was watching the show all night. And it was doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I just started getting some complaints. I'm hoping that it's been fixed.
I wonder if it's audio overload. Like, I wonder if the rest of us need to mute if we're not.
I
if
would
we're not
hear
speaking,
echo.
if that'll
That
help.
was the case. I'll hear any echo. I did.
I never had
echo
any
with my
issue.
phone.
I think it's because I might be in the thing, but I'm not sure. It might be, just overload bandwidth or something.
Could be over here.
By the way, Eli,
You're not going anywhere, Big
Congratulations.
Cheese. You're in too deep, bro.
You're out. You're in, dude. No, negative.
I'm
You
too
are
introverted.
in.
I don't have enough to say.
All you.
All
All you.
copy.
No,
I'm not that interesting. I don't have that much to talk about.
I don't really care. You're just a sucker that's going to take the job to me. That's all that matters.
I close. I don't know.
Some people are saying it's good. Some
I'll
people
tell
are
you
not.
something. Out cold at the beginning of the show. I couldn't wake up. My back was hurting. I was like, I couldn't get up. So then I got up, and it was like either watch the Hallmark Channel with my wife or watch this. And you know what? I think I made the. I know
They're
I
saying
made
the whole feed on YouTube is stuttering. I don't understand why.
I think it's a YouTube problem.
I had no problems. I don't have it on YouTube right now, but I mean there was no problems. Yeah.
Steve, everybody's saying it got
Well,
choppy
I
when
was
you
gonna
joined.
be-
I don't know.
I sabotaged.
The camera has
Sabotage it. All right, I got
The camera's overloaded. Too much sexy.
I've got a list here. If we want to
Go
pick a
ahead,
name.
man. Pick a name. Winner's getting the ugly.
I,
That
He's
helped.
Looks better already, right?
I tried to turn the camera around, and I guess I turned the thing off.
Just pick the name.
It's me. I win. Send it to me. All right, I'm gonna pick the name. Jeez, I hope it ain't Bomb Hop because I hate him. All right, it is.
Elliot saying, how come you didn't tell me you were coming on?
Yeah, I think I know who the winner is. Who is Grammar Time?
Who?
Grammar?
Grammar?
Yeah.
Grammar or Rammer?
Whatever you want it to be.
G-R-A. I have to get off the show, Frank.
All right, like you said, you
That's
got to
it
be
after
here.
hours,
So
yeah.
Grammar Time. Hit me.
I thought it was you guys, but it's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dan Graham. All right, Dan. Nice, buddy.
Now,
I love it because that's only like a $6 show. Daily Florida.
Congratulations. That's cool.
is it Dan Graham? I mean, I got to go by the word of what people say.
Yeah. No, I saw it. All right, Dan, PM me your information, buddy. You got the new Ugly Box Hurricane, and here I'm gonna throw in the coin we cleaned tonight.
Right.
You know, we live in Graham,
That's-
Texas, so we could say it was our
I
name.
know. That's why.
Hey, and I would have believed you too.
I thought it was you guys. That's what I thought.
Steve, did you know that Mike is cleaning a Washington inaugural in the Ugly Box?
A Washington inaugural button.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Like
real
the
one.
one that says copy on it.
No, it's a real one. I should be practicing probably the Indian, but no. Yeah, button.
Slow,
It's been a long
low
process.
voltage, right? Very low.
3.9 to 4.5, and
Checking it every
I'm on
10 minutes.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
10 minutes.
honestly,
it's selective because I got a bunch of people saying that the sound is perfectly fine where they're watching it, and some people are saying it's choppy, so it's probably a regional thing.
I should have. This should be cleaned. My octopus makeup. I'm surprised I didn't fall back to sleep watching this show.
Well, after 50 some years tonight, you decided that you could wake up, you've been sleeping the whole time.
I have a long.
Well, at least you're feeling better.
I had a long day. I have a very important position during the day. You may not know about.
What position is that?
My administrative.
Oh,
duties
your
are very
administrative
important during the day.
I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about a physical position. I was confused.
Oh, okay.
That's a large position. But I'm looking in the chat, and everybody is congratulating Eli on his new position. They're wishing you luck. You start next Monday.
All right, Eli.
Way to go.
No. Well, a special occasion.
I can't win, Ken. I can't get
Eli,
out of this town.
Eli, I want you to add a line to the cover of that book too.
What do you want to say?
I want you to say edited by,
Dirty jokes or something?
edited by Eli Langford. Eli's bailing me out, guys. You have no idea.
We haven't
He's
seen
been
the
off-
finished product yet, so don't be.
You trying to bullshit us that you know how to read?
Who, me?
Yeah,
No, I
wait,
can't read or spell. That's why Eli's helping me out.
wait, what state are you from again?
North Carolina.
What is it? North Carolina?
There's two of them. This is the northern one.
So that means you're close to West Virginia, right?
Not that close.
I don't know. Listen, I just met you, and I got a feeling somebody was crossing the border up there.
Mike, make sure I get some pictures of that thing as it's going.
I will, Frank. Thanks for all your help. I
And,
appreciate it.
and Herb and Marla, yeah, I don't have to tell you. I get pictures every other day. So
Keep them coming. Y'all find some amazing stuff down there.
if you haven't checked out her posts on some of those pieces that he's done, let me put it to you this with me.
Looks like he works the beaches pretty well too.
That's what it's all about. Having fun, getting out there,
That's right, brother.
swinging that coal.
You guys.
Everyone's welcome to come to our house on Thanksgiving here.
I'm there.
Come
I'm heading
on.
that way
Protect your
now.
beaches too.
Listen,
Oh, Thanksgiving? I'll
don't
never
give me
make it
any
there in
ideas.
time. I drive.
don't give me any idea. There are dogs coming here to destroy my house for a free meal. I'm looking for a way out.
Oh, the thing I don't understand is that there's three of us going to be here for Thanksgiving. That's it this year. My son's doing his thing this year, so it's me, Celeste, and Celeste's mom. And yet I can't put a cucumber in the refrigerator because it's packed to the freaking middle.
Gotta have everything though.
So then where are you going to put it instead?
Listen, it's a cucumber. What do you think?
That's why.
Well, I don't know, but Don suggested I send it to him. I don't know what he wants to do with it.
Would you like a salad? No, thanks.
What are you trying to say? You're going to toss one fresh?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, it's getting out of control. Listen, everybody, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Be safe. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Okay, now here's the deal. And I'm only doing it here. I'm only doing it for people that are watching the show. There's only 20 of you left. Okay. Black Friday special going to run from now until next Monday. If you want a new Ugly Box, and you're going to get the Ugly Box, you're going to get all the trimmings. You're going to get an extra large packet of brine and carbon. If you want the Ugly Box, we're lowering the price for this next 7 days. Okay, it's $79 ship.
Wow.
On next Tuesday, goes back up. This is not going to be on the website. PM me at the A. Frank Lopergolo. $79 shipped from now till
And
next
listen,
Monday.
for a special bonus, tell them you know me, and it'll be only $80.
No, it'll be $80 plus $20 shipping.
Cucumber.
Free cucumber.
Yeah. You
All right,
want the
thanks,
cucumbers.
Dan. I got Dan's address, buddy. I'll have it out.
Hey, listen, thanks everybody for being on the show. I appreciate it. You guys made some good guests. Sorry that Frank overtalked to everybody for 2 hours.
Listen,
but
you know how much I didn't talk about? That's going to be next week, part 2.
yeah,
Right.
Happy
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
We enjoyed it.
December 1st, KG and Ring, you're on. They're doing a giveaway. December 1st, we've got December 8th. We've got Brielle and what's her father's name?
Dad.
Randy Kowalski.
It's Dad.
Brandon, yeah.
We've got we've got Greg Papello coming on at some point in time.
Cool.
We've got Dilak and Noka coming on at some point in time.
And Eli, we got all these guests lined up for you. I want you to get a list of questions up to KG and Ringy next.
No, big guy. It's all you. It's
Tell
all
her
you.
to
I'm just
contact
the
me,
backup.
You should get the discount. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off because I haven't eaten it yet. I'm going to.
Everyone have a good
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
I'm going to go slave over a hot bowl of ramen.
Crazy.
Keep on getting them.
All right,
All right, guys,
everybody.
don't say ugly, Bob. It ain't one.
Get us out of here.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Guys,
Wait, I'm gonna.
Thanks,
I have to kick
That's
everybody
you
out.
guys.
I have to kick everybody out because if not, I won't be able to close the show.
Start with Eli. Get rid of him first. I mean, oh, sorry.
Eli,
he's still here.
Eli's next.
See you
Eli,
later,
I'll
buddy.
talk to you soon,
Later,
buddy.
y'all.
Take care.
Hey, you two. It's good seeing you guys.
Eric
Y'all too.
Marla, thank you.
Good to
Y'all
see
You two are the
y'all.
best. You
Happy
two are the
Thanksgiving.
best.
We love y'all.
Love you guys. Bye. And now I got to look at you.
Ah,
Hey, listen, we did, you're joking, but we did what, 3 and 4 part series of the, of that box years ago.
the old one, absolutely. Yeah, that was the boot camp.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
And we
still
still
up.
have to-
It's still up on the electrolysis page.
It is kind of funny. We just have to keep doing these things and doing them over and over. And it's, I don't know.
All right, guys.
But
Well,
it's actually
I'm going to say goodbye. Kick us off.
yeah, get us out. See you.